Hi Leo, and welcome to your Life Journey Timeless Tarot reading. This will be a very special tarot reading that is only using the Major Arcana cards within several decks, and I have listed all of those decks in the description if you are interested in that. And what you see here is the Fool card and the World card, the beginning of the Major Arcana and then the end of the Major Arcana. And so those of you who are not familiar with the Fool's Journey through the Tarot, I highly recommend that you look that up and read about that, because this is what has inspired me for this reading. Because here you are, this is like your new life. All the experiences you intend to have this lifetime, these are all Major Arcanas coming out of this box. You know, here's the hourglass. You have all the time in the world. You have the mask on, your costume for this lifetime, this role you intend to play, okay? And then here we are at the end. All the time has run out. We've taken the mask off. The costume is off. All the experiences have been, had, and now we ascend back into the non-physical. So this reading is all about your life, Leo. What happens in between the start and the finish. Okay, so let's get right into your reading and see what comes out for you guys. Now, I am recommending to everybody the repeating Major Arcanas that show up throughout each section of this reading. I highly recommend that you notate that and then go and read about, read several different interpretations of the meaning of that card, because those energies are strong that you are working with this lifetime to help you better understand more, okay? So Leo, let's see what the primary energies you are working with overall, and then we'll break it all down into different sections of your life. So let's see what's up for Leo. All right, so we have transition. This to me says that you guys, either at least one time, if not multiple times throughout your life, you're really going to transform who you are, like belief systems, way of life, lifestyle, friendships. It's just like you're going to go through a lot of different levels of life where you just kind of out of nowhere, it's like, I'm not feeling my posse anymore. I might not be feeling my mate anymore. I'm not feeling my job. Like, I'm ready for a complete change of scenery all the way around. Some of you, this could be where you decide to move around to multiple cities or multiple countries throughout your life. But this is just meaning that Leo has intended to have a lot of changes and transitions take place throughout this life. So, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. Most people get nervous because this is the death card. But to me, if you started out, very poor and humble in life, it's definitely like the energy's there where that just changes, and, you live a much more abundant life at some point. Yeah, because look at this. Just as I say that, next card out is the Tower. Lots of different changes for Leo. And then look at this. We have Indigo. So this means a couple of different things for different people. Some of you with that transition Tower and Indigo energy, this is like your confirmation. Those of you who really identify yourself as Starseed, Indigo, Crystal Child, here for some sort of mission for the upliftment or awakening of humanity. This here is definitely that confirmation. I mean, come on, transition, the Tower, and Indigo. Wow. Some of you know this from day one. Others of you, you're just going to have this profound wake-up call at some point in life where you completely awaken and transition and shed your old self, and you just see everything in a brand new, very spiritual light with this Indigo card coming out. For those of you who are not religious or spiritual, that is that will change at some point in your life. That's definitely an energy, but more of like spiritual beliefs, not so much like religious dogma. Many of you are more drawn to new age type of spirituality, if anything. Because you guys with indigo, your vibration, your frequency is different, okay? You're not here to have the same experience everybody else is, whether you're on the spiritual mission for all of humanity or you're here for the development of your own soul. You know, doesn't really matter. There's this energy about you that is very different and unique, opposed to the other signs. And I believe you guys are so far the only one that the indigo energy has come out for, you know, as the overarching energies of your life experience. So I'll get more into that. Let's just continue to build your reading. Let's look at the energies you are primarily working with when it comes to career and finance for this lifetime. So, wow, look at that. We have the Tower. So you have the Tower twice. This here paired up with that Tower coming out as overarching energy. To me, this is like you could have went to college for one thing, but you end up doing something entirely different. This could mean you, throughout the course of your professional life, you have many different careers paths where you're starting out one thing, then you switch to do something else, you master that, and then you switch to do something else. Others of you with this Tower energy, this is more of like a leadership type of energy, being in control, where you may come in and shake things up, where you tell a company how to do better. You know, you have to fire people, re-implement new practices and procedures. It's just, you have this energy of changing things, you know, the destruction, but to make it a better, the renewal, okay? So let's see what comes out next. And now we have Justice. Some of you, this could very well mean that you are in law enforcement or the judicial system on some level. This could even mean like you're even a social worker, you know, something along those lines. But also with this, I feel like many of you are meant to be in management and leadership positions, okay? And also, whatever your profession is, many of you have had this in past incarnation, and that's why you're such a master of it. Even if you never received any sort of education, it's like you taught yourself. It's because you've done it before. And damn, here we have transition, the Death card. So you have, from these major arcanas, okay, 2 of them come into your career in finance. And again, that is telling me that there's just whatever you start out as, you go a different path, okay? Some of you, this could be like where you have some sort of lawsuit you bring against a company, or you get some sort of inheritance, or, you know, there's just this big chunk of money that comes in where you no longer have to work in, you know, the idea of what we consider a job where you're going to work to maintain your lifestyle. Some of you, it's like there comes this point in life where you just receive this large amount of money and you can retire from that scene and focus more on other things, and we'll see what those things are, okay? Some of you, I believe, honestly, so, some of you, it's like you will start out like at a certain company or something, and you will be with that same company like from start all the way till you retire. And basically with this Tower energy and Justice is you work your way all the way up. Like you totally create just a complete career path for yourself within one company and you end being very high up, okay? But you will hold many different jobs within that company. So that is a message definitely for some of you. So let's look at your intimate and romantic energies. What, did you sign up for in that department this lifetime? All right, so we have Judgment. This to me is all of your romantic relationships are karmic. They come from other lifetimes, and they will be, some of them, very intense. Some of you, this could mean there's just going to be one person that you truly believe is your soulmate, twin flame. Doesn't mean you won't love other people, but there will be one person where you're like, that's my baby, okay? But overall, this tells me that, for many of you, all of your relationships that are intimate, that you really connect to, are going to be significant for you and will feel intense. Again, it's because they are karmic relationships. You have a lot of past life experiences with this person, so your soul recognizes their soul, okay? So it always feels strong. Now we have this Hierophant. Some of you could either be very traditional in the sense of, marriage and courtship. Others of you, this could indicate where you're anything but traditional. So, because this is general, that could really go either way. And then lastly, we have this Emperor energy. To me, this says all of you will have a very healthy and high sexual appetite, a lot of stamina, a lot of endurance. Many of you are very sexy and attractive and just full of this energy that's irresistible to others. All right, Leo, let's take a look at your spiritual and religious energies that you are intending for this lifetime. Let's see what comes out there. Oh, I hear the wind picking up as we go to the spiritual cards. All right, so let's see, Leo. So here we have Justice again. And Judgment. Oh, goodness me. And then the Star. Okay, Leo. So you have Judgment here and Justice here. You now have them combined both down here in the spiritual. So I know that many of you are super career focused, and relationships of a romantic nature are highly significant as well. Okay, what that means is a lot is gained for you in these two sectors of your human experience on a soul level based on everything that you do encounter, okay? With Justice and Judgment and then the Star, this to me is, some of you, there is a lot of past life energy coming into play. We're seeing it. We only have one more sector to look at, but we see it in all three sectors. So I feel like Leo is more in the, you're completing something. I would say in the middle of the cycle, but then I have to really look at what's going on. I see Tower ×2. I see transition ×2. So I can tell we have a lot of past life karma working with, especially Judgment. We have Saturn here. Saturn is the great teacher, okay? But with that Tower, with the transition, we're coming to an end of that. So this lifetime is all about balancing those energies and the completion I'm not surprised because we have this indigo, and it's like your next incarnation is a whole different genre of energy experience, that of a one of a much higher like high priestess energy. Okay, so let's pull. And I'm sorry if you can hear those wind chimes. My neighbor has like 3 of them hanging up, and I hear them frequently, so if you hear them in the video, I'm sorry. The wind is just gusty all of a sudden. All right, so these are going to be the primary energies for all other relationships than romance, because we've got romance up there. So let's take a look at all other relationships in Leo's life. What energies are we working with there? Nice. We have the Sun. So you are going to be very popular, Leo. And we have the Magician, which is that indigo energy right there. Oh my goodness. And then we have the Tower again. So Leo, you have the Tower times 3. Okay. You, to me, with this energy, you are going to be very popular. All right. Everybody wants to know you. You're going to know a lot of people. A lot of people are going to know your name. But with the Tower, I just feel like there's a lot of relationships in and out of your life, like in and out, in and out. And that's not to say you don't have a certain specific tribe of people, okay? I just feel like the relationships that come and go, you're learning a lot about that. Like you're more wrapping up energies rather than creating new ones. I don't know how to explain that properly. Yeah, you're not... Okay, so I don't see the Wheel of Fortune anywhere in this reading. Not in any sector so far, okay? So we're not riding the wheel anymore with the same experience. We are completing that experience. We have, you know, justice and death. And then we have judgment and justice. Death and the Tower. Here we have the Tower once again, a pure judgment. So it's playing out in every sector of Leo's life. Like you are wrapping up a lot of energies this lifetime because you are on a brand new mission. This indigo energy, like this is really special. This is a completely different focus of soul, okay? The earth plane is a focus of soul. There's other planes of existence for the soul to focus. And, you know, there's something about this earth experience that you have to have, or, you know, I don't know. I'm just like you. I'm a soul having a human experience. I'm not God, so I can't see the whole plan. But you want something else for your next incarnation. You're wrapping up energies. So let's see how you transition through this life with the Vise Versa Tarot. All right, so yeah, you are definitely meant to have an abundant, fertile life this lifetime. A lot of experiences playing out. A lot of wishes do come true for Leo this lifetime. Oh my gosh, here is that Tower again. Leo, my goodness, but I love it in this direction. This tells me a lot, okay? Because in this direction, this is kind of that scary side of the Tower. But on this side, this is telling us that we've broken free, okay? We have broken free. So when it comes to career and finance, yeah, I feel like you really climb the ladder within one company, or you have, like, you change career many different times throughout your lifetime. It's just, you complete everything. There's nothing left. The tower is hollowed out. The sphinxes are swimming away. The mask of the Hierophant, the dogma, the control falls to the ground. You are free. Okay, so financially, career-wise, there looks to be where there's a point for Leo where everything is just good. And I've already, you know, kind of discussed how that happens. But yeah, 100% for sure. You climb all the way to the top and there's nothing else. And as you walk away, you reflect on how you got to where you were, you know? Wow. And now we have the Empress for this energy. So we have the Emperor and the Empress. This here, she came out this way when we were talking, but in the reading, the way you transition, she is this way. This way has a slight different meaning. There's still a lot of happiness, fertility, abundance, and all of that in relationships. But with this is saying that you have to work for different things, okay? So this means that, you know, some relationships may challenge you some. They're going to feel like work to you. Even if you are happy and things are well, you might lose sight of the blessings of that connection due to the work that needs to go into it. But never lose sight of the fact, Leo, that it is something worth keeping. And now here, I love this that the Chariot came out, because look at, you see the Sphinx here? These are the same Sphinx swimming away. Their chariot is washed up and wrecked upon the shore, and they swim away. So here is the Chariot card. But this way here, spirituality wise, this to me is like, this is, I'm on a journey. And you see the chains here. I break free from any sort of dogma. Nothing holds me back. Okay, I move forward on my own, in my own belief system. And like I said, you're wrapping things up this lifetime. There's great healing in the spiritual aspect of your life with this star being here, and you are free. Okay, you guys, especially with that indigo, you're really going to get into the esoteric at some point in your lifetime. And now look at, here we have the Magician again. This is the Magician saying where you will come to this place in your life where you definitely have connections and friends and all of that, but there comes a point where you are quiet and you are silent within, and it's because of the spirituality that you have opened yourself up to within. And you know, you become very selective about who you let into your life, who you're close to, who you let really see your heart and soul. You see the Tree of Life on the back, you know, on this side, you see the red robe. He is learning, okay? This side, he is the master. He already knows, and he knows when to move forward and when to act. So the relationships, family, friends, the ones that are your people, they're going to just, you're so close to them that you don't even recognize the difference between their energy and your own, okay? But in saying that, there also comes this point where Leo is kind of standing on their own. Within, they're so strong, so wise within themselves, you know? So Leo, with the energy here, definitely Tower, Death card, and the Magician card. All of those are very, very strong energies for you guys. I look those up, okay? This is not a bad reading. It's just you return to this wonderful place of purity within, you know, at the end of your life. So let's see what energy you are transitioning into as you leave this lifetime. Yeah, look at that. We have the higher self. So we have all these transitions and changes that play out, you know, in every area of our life for Leo. But it's ultimately leading you to this really amazing place within because, and didn't I say like the High Priestess energy? Because look at, so this is card 1, this is card 2. You are completing a lot of old karma. You're wrapping it all up and coming into this energy towards the end of your life, because your next incarnation, we come through as this high priestess, which is very spiritual. Oh, look at that. That just falls all on its own. Yeah, very spiritual way of life. This is the mysteries of life. And, you know, the high priestess, she reveals some things to you, but she leaves some of that up to you to discover on your own. Okay, so by the time you guys are transitioning out of this life, who you are, what you believe, what you think life is all about, what you think you are capable of achieving, all of that is completely changed by the end, and you really see life through much more spiritual eyes than you did as you began it. Even if you are already spiritual and have gift of like psychic ability, clairvoyance, being an empath, anything like that, it's by the time you get to the end, what you see and what you understand is just such a higher level. So this is a beautiful reading, Leo. You guys are set to have quite the experience this lifetime, and you're headed somewhere new next lifetime. You are definitely headed to some other plane of existence. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.